Hey lovelies, it's your girl Lolo, and today I'm going to show you how I make my lasagna. Now you want to start off with a big pot of boiling salted water. You want to drop one box of lasagna noodles into this boiling water. Try to separate them a little as best as you can without burning yourself. Let them cook down till al dente, and let's go from there. So our noodles have been in the boiling water for a few minutes now. I'm just basically taking the hot boiling water and basting the noodles with them just to help them loosen up and get down into the water better so they can start cooking. Alright, so our noodles are where we want them. We don't want them to cook too long and start sticking to the pan or start breaking up. But right where they are now, that is perfect. So let's get these out of this boiling water, drained and cooled. Now this is the pan that we're going to use to make our meat sauce. It is hot, and we're going to drizzle some extra virgin olive oil to the bottom of it. Now to this hot pan of extra virgin olive oil, we want to begin to add in our ground beef. This is about a pound of ground beef that I have that I'm adding in. Now once all the meat is in, we want to break it up. We don't want to leave it in the big chunks. We do want to break it up, so therefore it does cook evenly. The meat is cooking. Let's squirt some Worcestershire sauce down in the ground beef, as well as some seasoning. We have a tablespoon of garlic powder, a half of a tablespoon of onion powder, and a half a tablespoon of pepper. Mix that up well and continue to let the ground beef cook. Now that our ground beef is done, let's get it out the pan and drained. Now in the same pan that we cooked the ground beef, put in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the bottom of the pan. We want to now add one small chopped red pepper and one small chopped onion. Don't leave anything behind. Make sure you get all of it out of the bowls. Give it a good mix. Let it sit and cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. Now, our vegetables are exactly where we want them to be. Now we want to get our ground beef that we drained, put it back in the pan along with the red pepper and the onion, and mix that all together. Make sure you give it a good mix. Now that that's all mixed up, we want to now add in 6 cloves of fresh garlic. If you don't have fresh garlic, that's fine. You can use the jarred garlic, or you cannot use garlic at all. It's up to you. Now, I have 1 can of San Marzano crushed tomatoes. If you can't find San Marzano crushed tomatoes, that's fine. You can just use regular crushed tomatoes. I also have a can of regular crushed tomatoes, Italian style crushed tomatoes. We're going to give that a good mix. Alright, now that that's mixed, let's get some seasoning in here. We're going to put in a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of oregano, a half a tablespoon of basil, and a half a tablespoon of black pepper. Now let's give that a good mix in. And make sure that we mix this seasoning into our meat sauce good, okay? Now, to our lovely meat sauce, we're going to add in a half a cup of sugar. You can avoid this if you want, but there's a lot of crushed tomatoes going on in there. So I use sugar to take that bite off from the tomatoes. You don't have to, again, if you don't want to. You can add more if you like a sweet taste like I do, or again, just omit it. Once you get that all mixed up and good, give it a little taste, see how you like it. Now we're going to go in and we're going to add in 2 bay leaves. We're going to get that down into the sauce. Now, we're going to leave that sauce, put a top on it, and leave that sauce simmering for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now let's get on to our ricotta cheese mix. I have a 32-ounce container of ricotta cheese, whole milk ricotta cheese. Let's get that into a bowl once we open it. Plop it went. Now let's separate that a little bit. Let's open it up so it can be ready to take all our lovely seasonings we got going on. We're going to use 2 eggs. Give them a quick scramble. And let's get that into the ricotta cheese. With that, we're going to add in some more seasoning. Again, some garlic powder, oregano, a little salt, and a little pepper. Let's give that a good mix. Now, again, with that seasoning, you do not have to season this ricotta cheese. You can put in there what you like to put in there. Alright, so now that we got everything in the ricotta cheese, we're still going to add in some Parmesan, some grated Parmesan cheese. 2 tablespoons to be exact. And we're going to give that a good mix. Alright, lovely, so here comes the fun part. You want to get your pan that you're going to cook your lasagna in. You want to give the bottom layer some of that lovely meat sauce. Now, don't be stingy with it. Make sure you put a nice bit down in the bottom of our pan there. I have my noodles already on the side. They have already cooled, and I did cut them to fit the pan, so I wouldn't have to worry about all that extra overlay, okay? If you don't want to cut them, you don't have to. You can fold them under, but it's better when I cut them. Now, you want to layer at the bottom of the pan with 4 lasagna noodles. That's what I use. Some people use 3, some people use 4, some people use 5. I do use 4. Now you get those all nice and adjusted. Make sure they're good. To that, we want to come in now with our ricotta cheese mix. You want to give that some plops down in the bottom there. About 4 to 5. Make sure they're generous plops. And you want to take a spoon or a knife and you want to spread that at the bottom on top of the noodles. Make sure you get all the crevices. Make sure you get all those corners. Don't leave nothing open and nothing left to spare. That's right. Get that corner. Now, with that in, let's come in with a layer of cheese. And again, be generous with the layer of cheese at the bottom. You don't have to be stingy with it. I do have some mozzarella cheese. Sprinkle it to the bottom. Then we're going to come in with some Parmesan cheese. Then our lovely meat sauce. And again, put enough down at the bottom. You have plenty of meat sauce to work with. And don't forget to get those corners. Now, you're going to do this to every layer till you get to the top. Okay, lovelies. Finally, to our last layer. Just getting the last of the shredded mozzarella cheese on top. And of course, to that, I am going to give it a sprinkle of grated Parmesan cheese, as well as some parsley flakes right on the top there. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. That's fine. Now, we're going to get this in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Put foil on top. Make sure you do spray the foil with some non-stick cooking spray, so therefore we can avoid the cheese, or try to avoid the cheese from sticking to the foil. Alright, so out of the oven, taking off the foil. It's been in the oven for about 50 minutes. Looking pretty good there. But, you know, of course, before we dig into this lasagna, we want it to be cooled down a lot. Because, you know, when you get into lasagna and it's hot, it falls all apart. So, our lasagna has cooled down a lot. I left it with the foil just laying on top of it for it to cool for about 25 minutes. So, let's dig in and get this lasagna plated up so we can eat dinner. Looks yummy. Alright, here we go. Here's a test. It has cooled down good enough, and bow. There we go. Our lasagna is finished. Time to eat. Alright, our lasagna is done. This is the way I cook my lasagna. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you give it a try. Leave me your comments and tell me what you think. Ooh, this looks so good. I am going to so dig in. I wish we had smell-o-vision because this smells really good. Until next time, lovelies. Enjoy.